I'm gonna see if they're gonna be on here. Let me go on Facebook.
You
We
just
live.
shared it, so I can reshare it.
Yeah. No. 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 We are live. Hello, y'all. When y'all come on, please say hello so we'll know that you're here. Because we can't see who's on, we can just see that someone is on. Let me see. Hey, y'all. What's going on? Welcome. Welcome to Journey to Becoming a Memoir Podcast. I'm going to wait for Shanice to come on. But if y'all watch us, y'all know that every time we go live, then she goes out and she shares it to her peoples. So if y'all could share it with y'all peoples, please. I don't want to click on this because I don't want to do that yet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, hold on. I got some comments. Oh, I wasn't even trying to put that on the screen, but if y'all want to. Did I type all that stuff up? Oh, no, here you go. What is up, Angela? Happy Thursday. Hey, Ted. So, did she, Shanice, where you go? Where did she go? Hello. Angela, you want to come on screen? Oh, there she go. Hello. All right, so welcome to Journey to Becoming, a memoir podcast where we just pretty much just share stories of healing and getting unstuck so that we can reach our highest selves. So I am Fiat, this is Shanice Danielle, and we just do this. We just have conversations because, for the most part, we usually, experience some things. So we just like to talk about stuff. Oh, okay. So in this episode, we are going to talk about the fine as frog hair line between privacy and secrecy. And this is something that I've been struggling with for years. For years. So let me see if I can tag some people. Hold on. See, it's going to do
Is
some
he
feedback.
private or are you a secret? Oh, Fee, remind me, I have another good topic for us to discuss in the future. Me and my cousin was talking about it earlier, and we had two different views on it, and I'm like, oh my God, this would be a perfect topic to talk about on here.
You want to tell me like privately, or you about to tell me right now? Like what the topic is?
It doesn't matter. I can tell you now, or I can tell you after we go live.
Okay, you can tell me now though.
So it's basically like discussing finances. Like when you're living with your spouse, should you go 50-50 or should he pay all the bills? So I don't know what the topic would be, but me and her, we was having like a full-blown conversation, because it was like I understood some of her views, but I just felt like she was putting it all on the man. I was just like, okay, the same stuff you saying about him, he could flip that and say about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, have those expectations for you. So it was like a lot of back and forth. I'm like, oh, this would be a great conversation to have, because a lot of people think that the man should pay for everything, and I'm just like, I don't know, I have different views when it comes to that, but it's a lot of factors with that too. So I think
that's a good topic.
Yeah. And let's be clear, nothing is ever 50-50. Like, nothing is ever 50-50. Somebody's always going to be doing a little bit more.
I just saw a reel, a TikTok or whatever with Michelle Obama, and you know, she was just talking about pretty much that.
I saw that too.
Yeah, pretty much that there really isn't a 50-50. Sometimes you'll be given 70 and he'll be given 30, and vice versa. And she just really want to tell people to not give up so quickly, because we just think things are supposed to be, you know, we have an idea in our head of how things are supposed to be or how things should go, when that's not the case.
I agree. And I don't think it's bad that somebody is doing a little more. I just think that that's realistic. Like, I don't think it's ever going to be
sometimes split. Exactly, because I really just feel like we're not. How can this? We're not always. Okay. I feel like that at this point in my life or whatever, I can be in one place financially, emotionally, whatever. And hold on, I'm looking at Rika's Cash App and just like, what the heck is going on and why is this? Oh, that say canceled. I was about to say, like, okay. I can be okay. This could be a season where I'm not doing as well financially or emotionally or whatever. And if my mate is in a space or whatever, then maybe he can take on XYZ or more the things or whatever we agree upon. But I don't believe in that 50-50 thing at all. And I don't believe that the man should necessarily take care of the whole household either. So.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Like,
at the time,
if he's making more money, you know, and then at the end of the day, it just comes down to the agreement between the two people in the household. But for me, I'm just not going into a situation like, you the man, you paying all the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's coming into it like, I'm the man, I'm the provider, I want to pay the bills, then I'm gonna let him be the man and pay the bills. Now, I still may be like, are you sure you don't want me to do A, B, and C? You know, just because that's just the type of person I am. And if he put his foot down and like, no, babe, like, I'm the man, I want to pay these bills. You can handle groceries, you can handle toiletries for the house, you can handle little light bills, you know, like subscriptions and stuff like that, then that's fine.
I'm about to say
but my thing is, I'm not coming into it like, oh, you the man, you paying the rent, you paying the more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. It could be a conversation, because I may be making more money than him. So I think that plays a factor too, as far as like finances. Because if I'm making more money, it may be more realistic at the time for maybe me to get majority of the bill. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends.
Yeah, that's valid. But we could definitely talk about that.
Yeah, that's a very good topic.
It is.
I think we should have a guest.
And I want to talk about it. I guess like who?
My friend, because me and her had different views. She feels like if the man is making more money, he should pay all the bills. So I think it'll be nice to have her on here. I'm gonna see if she's interested in being a guest when we talk about that.
Oh, for sure. That's valid. Cause yeah, it'd be cool if somebody else can come on if people weren't so camera shy and stuff. But it's cool. So all right, y'all. So if y'all follow us, or follow this podcast, again, like I said, we usually just talking just a conversational thing. And I used to say that I was gonna put a disclaimer up here to be like, we are not therapists, we're not psychiatrists, none of that stuff. We literally just be having conversations about our experiences and allowing people to come on and y'all can just talk about your experiences too. So I made a post today about how I had to end a 10+ year friendship with somebody because it was pretty much the foundation that was set for it was based on like secrecy and lies, right? Yeah, I want to see that. I just go to the post. But for years, I've been posting a lot of transparent stuff because that's how I was getting through my healing journey when I, went to my divorce and all this other stuff. So that's helped me heal by just, sharing some things publicly. Not everything, because people they know me or know all about me, but I only let people know them know about me. So I wanted to talk about this topic because I'm finding that it's not just me that has gone through this, but I've just been encountering or have encountered people who, for one reason or another, want to keep me in the background. That's just a upfront way to put it. So they want to have access, like I told Shanice, they have access to me, but they don't technically want me. They just want to be able to kick it with me whenever, come hang out whenever, want us to talk when they want us to talk, just have all the access. But somewhere along the line, it's just like there's not a commitment. But also, to be clear, I know that everything is not all about like commitment and all that good stuff. But this is just primarily about people who come off as if it could potentially be something more, but then they kind of like string you along. They kind of
gaslight,
breadcrumb you. They kind of gaslight you, doing all the things, and then you finally look up and just be like, wait a minute. They make all these companies to go in public to do different things, and then they say, well, they're not doing XYZ because they are a private person. So I wanted to just have a discussion about, for one, to talk about, because I had to Google some stuff to see like what is the difference between privacy and secrecy. It's a super fine line, but there is a difference.
Before you get into that, let me ask you this. So from your experience of you feeling like you were a secret and people had access to you and just were using you for their benefit and you weren't really benefiting from it, did you, in any of those relationships or situationships or whatever, were you seeking something more, a commitment, or?
I will say that I won't necessarily say that I wasn't benefiting from it, because at some point I think I was, but after a while, you get that feeling just like, well, this ain't it. So yeah, at some point I did expect more, or I did want more. I think it's a difference if you go into it with the agreement that this is not going to, be more than what it is, even though we know how that can turn out too. It's like, because we're human. You do things, you hang out with people 24/7, and next thing you know, they want you to act like you don't have feelings, and it's just like, no, that's not, for the most part, it's not realistic. But anyway, if you go off into if you start off with that in mind, then it's just like, okay, I can somewhat understand. But I'm talking about the ones who act like it can go further. And then after a period of time, instead of just saying like, hey, I don't want it to go any further.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just make it seem like it's everything else in their mama as to why it's not happening. And then you just look up, it's like, what is this really? Like, are you really just like, I don't want to, like, and again, that's why I said there's so many doggone gray areas to this. And it's not necessarily just like, okay, I want you to post me on your page, all that kind of stuff, because again, that's a whole nother story. But again, if this person is coming over your house all the time, this person is doing all of that, but don't want to take you anywhere, and they saying it's because they are a private person, or because, so I'm just like, where's the line?
Yeah. And what's funny with that is, if you go to do that with someone else, it's the issue. But then it's just like, but you not doing it. You ain't taking me out. So why would you care if I'm going out with somebody else? You know what I'm saying? I noticed that too a lot of the times. It's like they have so many demands and restrictions for you, but for why? We not together. But I can't do X, Y, and Z.
Right. So I'm going to read what they say. Oh, hold on. Because my stuff went somewhere. All right. So I'm trying not to realize this person. Why is exactly the case in these clothes? Because you don't want to, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I wish I can find the dang on other article that I had. Like, hey, Sharon. So basically, it's like privacy. Dang it. Hold the line, please. Because that one was so funny.
This nigga really stole
it's like,
a whole experience.
So they were pretty much, the article was stating that it's not like you have to share everything with someone or the person that you're with or whatever. But secrecy is more about shame and worrying about the consequences if somebody finds out. Whereas privacy is not that. You just really just like, look, I don't want people on, like, you don't.
It's hard because it's like,
it is. That's what I'm saying. This line is so fine.
Yeah. So it's
this
like,
is why it's really kind of like tricky. And this is why it's messed up when people knowingly know that they're, being secret about things.
mm-hmm.
This is what makes it difficult, because they're fine line. So they could easily just say, hey, I just don't want this person in my business.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want people in my business. So you just like, oh yeah, so they are private. Like, they don't have no photos on their Facebook page. But the whole time it's like, that's not it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find it. So the actual part that I actually want to share, instead of reading this whole article. Secrets about, we can be clear about secrets. Somebody that's a secret, it's about concealing the thing, and you worried about the consequences if somebody finds out. Privacy, I'm trying to see what they say for that one. They got everything about secrecy.
So I'm thinking private would be more like, if somebody were to find out, you wouldn't have an issue disclosing the information. Ooh, let's see what Sharon has to say. A private person doesn't allow you to get up close and personal when it comes to a relationship. A secret relationship is a mutual agreement that you don't share personal information and pictures to friends and families. That's my 2 cents.
Hold on. A private person doesn't allow you to get up close and personal when it comes to a relationship. A secret relationship is a mutual agreement that you don't share personal information and pictures to friends and family. That's my 2 cents. See
I noticed that with the
secret part, I
secrecy
get it.
thing though, it's more so one-sided in the situation. Like one party doesn't want to be a secret, but they're accepting it because the other person is using privacy as the reason. So it's just like, because they like the person, it's just like they're accepting it. Like, okay, like you said, oh, they're just a private person.
Right. So that's why I was just like, I want to find another example though, because so they're using like infidelity and cheating. That's clear. You're a secret because that person is married.
Yeah, like you a sneaky link.
Right. Right. That part.
I think the
So
secrecy is more so when the other person, like, they're not in a relationship, they're not married. Both of y'all are single, but they just don't want you. They just don't want to make you public. Like they don't want to be seen with you. It's almost like you said, shameful. Like they like you,
it
but
is.
they're caught up on what other people think.
Yes.
So if you're
That
not
clearly.
appealing to the public eye or to the majority of the eye, but you're appealing to them because they care so much about what other people think, they want to keep you under wraps. That's my experience from it when I felt like I was somebody's secret.
Secrecy is the act of hiding information. Privacy is about being unobserved. Being able to have my own experience of life without the eyes of anyone else on me. That's privacy. Again, secrecy is the act of hiding. Exactly. They want to keep their eyes open. And so, I promise you, if I had all the loot in the world, I'll be creating so much content and episodes right now because I got so much on my brain.
I'm so behind doing my content. Yes, I'm never a what's understood doesn't need to be explained.
Oh my God. Andrew, why you bringing that up? That is so triggering. Oh my, I think me and my cousin were just talking about that. Oh my God. I can't stand it. And that's another thing too. Like I don't have to, post your own. People don't have to know what's understood don't need to be explained. No, because it do. Because it do. It does need to be explained. Please. Oh my God. So basically, what I've discovered, because again, because every day is working on some type of healing or reflecting, because that's what life is. It's like the healing process is never over, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the more and more I am healing and discovering things about me and just looking over my past relationships and all of that, I am realizing that I was poor at setting boundaries. Boundaries is the thing, because a lot of things wouldn't really happen if the boundary was set. So then it wouldn't be like a blow up or any type of resentment, because if you set the boundaries, then this person will know you stay off the rip. Like, no, I'm not falling for that. I ain't doing that. But I just would not set boundaries at all. And that's one of the things that was always said to me, is just like, well, understood don't need to be explained. Whole time I'm a secret and been a secret. Been a secret. A whole secret. Hey, Iris. You ain't missing nothing. We just getting started. We're talking about what is the difference between someone being a private person and someone being secretive, keeping you a secret, keeping their options open. At the end of the day, I really just think it's keeping options open. So, so if y'all are into like astrology, I'm into astrology. I'm into a lot of different tools that really helps with understanding, you know, who we are as peoples. So it's not like I, you know, rely on astrology as like law, but I take what applies and discard the rest. What I learned about astrology specifically when it comes to me is that I think I said this before. What's the Gemini in me, Sharon? Because you a Gemini too. Specifically to me is that my moon is in Aquarius. I said this before. My moon is in Aquarius in the 12th house. I always like talking about my moon being in Aquarius in the 12th house because the moon is our emotions. You know, it's like how we rely emotions, whatever. And so since mine is in Aquarius, I can be naturally detached. So I think that has helped me to some degree along the way because I've been able to get out of these relationships in the detached when they say shit like, you know, I'm a private person and all that kind of shit. And it's really like you're a secret. And I just be like, okay, whatever, and push on. But as I'm getting older and really being honest with myself and wanting to have like healthy and nurturing relationships, that's when I be relying on things like astrology and all that to help me to understand me as a person. So with my moon being in Aquarius in the 12th house, the 12th house is the house of things that are hidden, things that happen in the dark, all that kind of stuff. Secrets is in the 12th house. And before I even knew about that placement in my chart, it made sense to me when I read it because I'm so drawn to a lot of dark stuff. Do you know what I mean? So taboo, secrets, which is why I feel like a lot of people come to me and tell me their secrets. I know a lot of people's business about what they do in the dark. And so with that being said, I really didn't think it was anything wrong with me having these like these friendships and these relationships with people that would kind of like muddy the waters a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends a few years ago told me I was a habitual line crosser. So I ain't gonna get into that, but it was pretty much just like I kind of like did not have a problem with again, like I used to mess around with married men and that kind of stuff. It was like none of that stuff bothered me because I just felt like, hey, like it didn't bother me back then. So saying all that to say, that's what a lot of the stuff that I was attracted in my life for several years. And then after a while, I'm just like, that shit is not okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not okay. You're going to be married. You're going to be in a relationship. You have to shit or get up. Don't be using me for anything. But again, I had to get to the point where I had to find myself, consider myself worthy so that I could stop attracting these type of people. So I would build friendships with people and then it would be like, oh, we've messed around before. And then we were showing like we were just cool. And they would go off to get in relationships. And the people that they relationships would be nicer, thinking that, oh, we're just cool and whole time we've been messing around. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't apply to people that I've been in relationships with. Like it's also the friendships that I've been building with folks, and I'm just like, that's totally wrong. So that's talk about this topic because to say that it's not just necessarily like romantic relationships or people that you're in relationships with, it could be with people that are like so-called friends. And I'm the one that had to break the doggone cycle to say like, or doggone boundaries, because like tolerating just bullshit.
This is from
I
Iris.
learned that. No,
I learned it's not the
Yep.
boundaries being set that's the problem. It's about the enforcement behind those boundaries that mess people up.
Boundaries is hard. We are inquisitive people by nature, and we seek answers to some of like. Oh, right. Oh, that's you piggybacking on the Gemini thing. I was looking to see if we were live on YouTube. Iris said,
That's deep.
Iris, you better come through.
Survive. It helps you survive but not live. That's deep. That's very deep.
That is. Iris is a poet, so she is deep. She's very intellectual. I don't expect nothing less from her.
For sure
but that's absolutely right.
Because some of my defense mechanisms that I'm
not
actively
that's
working on, it's for survival for me, so I don't get hurt. But at the same time, I'm not living. Like, I'm not allowing myself to be vulnerable, allowing myself to open up and experience things because I'm so on guard. So, yeah.
Legit mechanism by nature, and we seek. Okay. So you meant to say we are inquisitive people by nature, and we seek answers to some of life's most valued questions. I got you. We are clear and concise with no chaser. Hello?
Sunshine said, I like all these different interactions.
We learn.
Sunshine says, time is key and learning the lessons to be learned from previous cats.
I just feel like
time of the essence.
Life. I said this before. That's all life is. It's straight up learning all day, every day. Every encounter, every incident, everything to teach us something. Every single thing. Even something that you think is like small.
Yeah. You're never not learning.
What'd you say?
Said you're never not learning.
Ever.
I like that. That's the quote. You're never not learning.
Don't be talking about no quotes, don't you start. But I do that though. You're never not learning.
You're never not learning. Like that's what you gotta know. Sharon says, I think that most women, regardless of age, seek meaningful relationships. Sometimes we settle for someone knowing that it's really not going anywhere, but some women fear being lonely or alone. And see, I'm the opposite. Like, I'm okay with being by myself. I've been by myself for a very long time. But
I do want to add to that. So I think for the most, I do agree that most women, regardless of age, we seek meaningful relationships. Yep. And sometimes we do settle knowing that it's really not going anywhere. And I also do agree that some women fear being alone. But like what you said, Shanice, I don't have a fear of being alone. I am actually okay with being alone. I think that I necessarily think that it's only, this necessarily loneliness as like one of the main reasons why we settle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for me and my cousin, I'm gonna be referencing my cousin a lot because me and her talk a lot, and she's known me forever, so she can like the transformation in me. She'll say like, "Oh my God, you used to be such a harsh and mean person." Like she'll tell me all that stuff, and then to now she's just like, "Oh my God, you're not that way anymore." My thing is to be more forgiving and acceptable and tolerant of who people are, because I'm always saying let people be who they are. But what happens is that people are not so accepting and open and tolerable of me. Do you get what I'm saying? So I will accept somebody to be like, oh, they went through this, because I understand why, a lot why people behave the way they do. So I'm more saying like, okay, I'm going to accept this person because I knew that his dad used to beat him when he was a kid and stuff like that. So if he does this, I know that I'm not going to take it personally. Whereas with me, I feel like people are kind of like, they don't have a high tolerance for. Well, and that's not saying like I'm like difficult or any of that kind of stuff. I just feel like people just feel like they shit don't stink. So they want somebody that's up here on, you know what I mean? Like they want to pedestalize folks and be like, oh nah, like I'm better than that. And it's like, oh nigga, you whole got trauma and I can hold space for you. But I just feel like, okay, so in simple terms, I find like a lot of people don't hold space for me. Just period. While I'm understanding like, okay, this and this, I understand that you went through this, we can help each other. They ain't got no patience for helping. Whatever. My stuff is just too unbearable for them.
Yeah, that's similar to how I feel as far as like me being a good communicator. Like I feel like when I have an issue with somebody, that's why I brush it under the rug, because I just feel like if I bring it to their attention, they're going to take it the wrong way. It's going to start an argument, and then it's just like I want to avoid confrontation. But I feel like if somebody had an issue with me and brought it to my attention, I'm open ears. Like I can hear somebody out and break it down. Like, okay, I can see where this person is coming. Like I'm not going to get mad. Let's talk about it and figure it out. But kind of like how you said for you, I feel like it wouldn't be reciprocated if it was the other way around. Like I'm already scripting out how the conversation is about to go. And if I feel like it's not going to go well, I'm just like going to avoid the conversation.
Right. But that's you anticipating it. I'm actually having relationships with people and they're not, you know what I'm saying? In anticipation, being in relationships with people and they're just like, yeah, no, I can't handle the fact that you got.
I'm really pessimistic and I don't like that. I'm like coming to find out that I'm a pessimist and it's not on purpose.
You're pessimist.
Yeah, like I don't like that, because I like to think that I want to have an optimistic view, but in reality, I'm like, no, I'm a pessimist. Like even when it comes to relationship and dating, like even with my situation now, I'm being open, I'm trying new things, but then in the same token, I'm questioning everything. Like this sounds too good to be true. Like what's wrong? When are your true colors gonna come out? Like I'm just expecting the worst instead of just letting stuff happen. Like what if this is a good person? What if this is what it is? Like just let it be, let it happen. But I'm just so paranoid. Like it can't be.
Let it be, girl.
Something's got to be wrong.
Just let it be.
Yeah, that's what I struggle with, because it's just
waiting for the other shoe to drop type of thing.
Yeah, and I think I do that. I think that's another me subconsciously in defense mode, because then if something bad does happen, then I've already prepared for it. So it's just like, well, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? So then I can like move forward. So yeah, I'm actively working on that.
Angela said, I see now life is about learning. Hey, Laviana.
Absolutely. We got a lot of people.
She said some women feel like it's not having anyone.
Yep. And I think that's
because a lot of people feel like they've been secret life because hello.
And that's why they accept being a secret, because it's just like, even though I don't like that this person is keeping me behind closed doors, I still have this person. So then they accept that because, like she said, they rather have that than just being alone, period.
Nothing at all. She said, I'm not what I. Oh my.
Yeah. Insecure.
Tell me my. Oh, I got so many comments. I got.
I think this is
A
the
lot of
most
women don't think they're
interaction we've
worthy.
ever
Okay.
gotten. See, this is the most interaction we've
Because of
ever
this
gotten
topic.
on
I'm
this
telling you,
episode.
it struck a nerve. Because hold on,
You
okay.
were pretty mean
Sharon,
when you
stop
were
it. See, she was like, so Sharon, I met Sharon. Let me just say this real quick. I met Sharon back in 1999. I was 20.
Oh, I was 7.
4 years old. I moved to Georgia. She knows the reason why I wrote my second book. She knows a lot about the stuff that I wrote about in my second book, even though a lot of it was fictionalized, a lot of it wasn't. So I was in my 20s. So that's my. Laviana said trauma bonds. Could we absolutely be bonded through trauma bonds. Iris, you be real. I don't know. But Iris, be real. You tell some. Can y'all handle some real shit? I mean, of course we can. Like, you know, we are. We can handle it. Say, and those are the people that you let go. The end. Ooh, Siobhan, that was a good one. Do you ask people to hold space? So, short answer, yes. Lately. In the past, no. But lately, yes. I will bring it up. And then it's just like, people will be like, what do you mean hold space? And let's be clear. Y'all, did I lose my reception? Dagnabbit. Did I freeze y'all?
I'm back.
Shanice, can you see me?
Yep.
I was about to log in from my phone, froze on my end. I'm like, I think I lost my reception. This internet acting stupid. You can still see me and hear me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You can see me and hear me.
Yes.
Okay. So now I do ask people to hold space. Well, it's the person that's keeping me a secret. I did ask to hold space. But
what do you mean by do you ask people to hold space?
See, and that's what I was getting the question, the explanation I was getting into. Because that kind of all right, hold space. So naturally, just my person, who as a person, I naturally hold space for people, which means that I naturally, and this is what I learned on, I make people feel comfortable. Like how me and you connected. I have this, I feel like I have this gift where I can really see people's pain. Just another way to put it. So not that I'm trying to fix everybody. I learned that I'm not supposed to fix anybody. Anyway. But this is what I mean by, because I'm so understanding of what people are going through, I am the one that'll say, oh, it's okay that you killed. Oh, no, I want to use killed because I can't forget it. I ain't gonna forget that. All right. It's okay that you I don't freaking know. I can't even think of an example. It's okay that you're not so great at communicating or whatever. we can work on that, because I know that you didn't have anybody to teach you, whatever. This is me using a bad example. So that's what I mean by holding space. Being emotionally available. The thing is, people usually can come to me, share whatever it is they're feeling that's on their heart and all that kind of stuff. Whereas I usually can't go to people. They can't handle it, or because they're just not emotionally available. So I find I usually attract emotionally unavailable people because I was unavailable emotionally for years, because I come from two parents who were emotionally unavailable. So we show up in our adulthood and in adult relationships the way that we received love emotionally from our caretakers. I hope that makes sense. Tell me if that makes sense. So to answer the question, I didn't used to ask because I didn't know I had to. I would really felt like, well, you see me holding space for you, like, duh, why can't you hold space for me? But then I realized people are not, even though I'm super hyper vigilant, but the way to go, you need to explain how you want to be treated. Okay, sorry, yeah, I'm trying to catch up on comments because I know it's gonna probably be behind. Those are not the people for you. You let people be who they are, and you decide if that's a friend that you want in your life.
Facts.
Thank you for stopping by, Sharon. I don't know.
Good night, Sharon. Thank you for your commentary. Have a good evening.
I'm making some shit. Angela, I don't know if Iris put in the chat or not. Okay, I do want to say, let me put this up here. If somebody is if somebody wants to come on screen, y'all can. Like, y'all can come on screen. Like, y'all won't have to type in the chat. Y'all can actually bring your face on the screen. Please let me know. Then I can just drop the link for you to join.
Is there a limit to how many people can be on?
I can have up to 10 people.
Oh, that's a good number.
I'm about to say I don't know if it's probably more, with a different package, but I feel like I ain't gonna need that many.
Yeah. I feel like that's too many people anyway.
So, all right, hold on. This is right. Hit us with it, Iris. Okay, hey Tyree. I feel the same way. No matter how understanding and patient I am, I have had relationships with people who don't hold the same space as me. I have learned that I should not hire people for jobs they never apply. Tyree, what you?
I like that.
I have learned that I should not hire people for jobs they never applied for or aren't qualified to handle.
That's deep. That's another D. Y'all are deep tonight. That's deep.
Look, let me see.
I know.
I'm telling you, because people didn't felt like secrets. I told you, remember when we was chatting. Look. Hold that thought. Because y'all playing with me today. Look. I'll open that later. Because I'm telling you, people have experienced that whole little fine line because, okay. Let me move on. Okay, Iris. Is this you being real with us? Nothing people do can happen to you unless you allow it. Nothing. Right. Hence why I said about the boundaries. Hence, because I'm not really coming on here at all. And I hope I'm not sounding that way and no victimhood type, because I don't feel like a victim in nothing. I mean, unless I was for real victimized or something like Wayne, but this is not that. Hey, Henrietta. But that's why I brought up the boundaries to pretty much say that I actually have. Huh?
No, I was just
What you
piggybacking
say,
off of
Shanice?
her. Like, I was just piggyback. It's like some type of delay. But no, I was just piggybacking off Iris. Like, that's so right. Like, in any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, relationship, a person is going to continue to do what you allow.
Right. Which is why I talked about the boundary and saying, like, if you don't put it out there and say, hey, this is what I am going to allow, this is not acceptable or tolerable, then how's that person to know? And then you keep on just keeping on and letting this person do whatever. It's like you got to roll. Said, I'm the same way I'm making others feel loved and wanted. Right. But end up wanting and needing that same response, but never get that in return. Yes. So I'm going to ask you, Henrietta, like Laviana asked me, do you let people know to hold space for you? Do you ask people to hold space for you? Because that's a vulnerable thing to let somebody know, like, hey, can you be here for me? So that's my thing. That's where my
I don't think I ever asked that.
like my attachment style, as far as my attachment style is that since I was emotionally unavailable because my parents were emotionally unavailable, then I grew up to be that. I did not hold space for not even myself. So I was kind of like abandonment thing. So I would just be up and like, oh, if I'm feeling something, oh, somebody getting too close, I just bust up. And it's just like you don't let nobody get too close to you, even though you crave close and desire closeness.
That is me.
You're afraid that somebody is not going to show up for you and hold space because people in the past have not.
Listen, that track star song, they won that was inspired by me.
His whole life. That who song?
That track star song. She's a runner. She's a track star. She gonna run away when they get hard. That's me.
I am correct.
Because I'm the type of person where it's like if we get into an argument, I'm gonna be like, oh, maybe we should just break up. Like we're not getting along. Which is crazy because of course you're gonna argue. Nothing's perfect. But I'm just so used to being by myself, and it's just like I get so nervous. Like, there's an issue. Okay, it's awkward. So
it's anxiety for real. That's a real thing, like for real. Seriously, that no lie, because we feel like we're gonna end up hurt anyway. The person's gonna break up with us anyway. So that's what I'm thinking. I would break up with people because I knew that I just felt like they were gonna break up with me anyway. So let me do it first. Yep. So I was just breaking up with everybody.
Yep. Or you moving kind of funny.
Also,
you're not about to have me looking crazy. So I'm gonna end it. Almost, I'm gonna get you before you get me, type of thing.
So I'm gonna but why be around people who never can show up for you? Right. So this is why I said it's really heartbreaking in a way, because that's the power of like mission. And we talked about this earlier about somebody that's breadcrumbing you or gaslighting you. So around longer. Well, I'm gonna speak for me, but I know this gonna touch me. I stay around because it's like I'm hopeful, because they're not telling me up front like, hey, nah, I'm not gonna, be with you because I'm somebody else or whatever. I don't see you, or whatever the real reason is. They will say other things as if it's possible, but just like it can't happen right now because of XYZ. So I found, because this person is just like, oh, I can't do, I can't do this because whatever reason. So you listen to all the reasons, and then when it's just like, oh, this person is like available on work, you know what's gonna happen today because they said it's because they were working. That's why. And it'll be like, I gotta take my son to the hospital, or you know what I mean. So then after a while, this nigga is never going to take me anywhere. And once it hits you, it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
That's what I mean. So that's Siobhan, I see your question. I'm gonna click on it. So then it's that. And then the way that they show up for you when y'all are together. So then it's they talking to you all day long. They texting you all day, spending time together at his house or your house. And so you're just like, oh, well, this person do care.
They get what
right?
it is they get too comfortable. They get too comfortable about what you allow them to do. I had to cut somebody off because they were getting too comfortable.
I do, but it becomes too much.
You gotta read it out loud.
It becomes too much for that person to handle because they were used to it. Who, me? I am reading.
No, like out loud.
You talking to me?
Yeah. Read the comments out loud.
Oh, I got you. But if I can't read it out loud, because then I can't comprehend it that way. Oh, you notice like every time when you read it, then I go back and I read it.
I was just saying that for the people who tune in later, but like they tune in maybe via Apple and don't watch the video, they just listen to the audio.
Got you. That makes sense. Okay, so Henrietta said, I do, but it's to that person because they to just taking and not giving. So now it becomes a battle, if that makes sense. That does make sense. Like I said, I think back to feeling worthy of people showing us all of that. So that's why I made a post today, and I mentioned that in a post that because of my core wounding from when I was a kid, like not feeling seen, heard, feeling like I was good enough, all of that shows up in relationships. So we ended up attracting all the incidents, events, situations, people that kind of, not even kind of, the people, incidents, events that really corroborate what we believe about not feeling good enough and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That comes in relationships, that comes in jobs, that and with all of that. So if I'm feeling like I'm not good enough, not feeling seen and heard, then I'm going to not feel seen or heard in my jobs or feel good enough in my job. So it all is connected. Yes, Laviana, it is sabotage, sure.
Self-sabotage.
And yes, we are looking at potential. For real.
I'm so excited. We never had
Iris, I'm gonna send you
interaction.
Oh my God, I finally got some doggone
you breaking up bad, B.
I got some trolls. Emma?
Yeah, and it's like a delay.
Let me see if I can go from my phone. Hold on.
Ooh. I'm looking like Felicia over here. Fee is coming back, y'all. She was having some technical difficulties. So she's going to reconnect on her phone. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And your light is better.
Oh, wait, I got feedback.
Not the remix. That was a little remix.
Can y'all hear that echoing?
Yes, it sounds like birds chirping. There you go.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. And your lighting is better too.
But now I'm holding my phone, so hold on.
You got to get you a rain stand.
I got one.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. Hold the line, please. Okay. I don't know why. What? It's much better on my phone, y'all. Are you serious?
Yes, the lighting too. That's why I'm like, even your lighting is better.
It's
You are bright.
But I can't see myself. Like,
really?
I'm little because it's on my phone.
I mean, me too. Well, I could still see myself like good enough. When you had exited out, I was really big. I was like, oh my God, looking like Felicia. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Henrietta said, I don't come on camera because I look like Cecily from The Color Purple right now.
What you mean you got feedback? Okay. So Iris, you got some more to say? You want to come on screen? I can't believe y'all like just being on the phone better. That sucks.
And doing all that typing. This is great. This is our most interactive episode.
Valid.
Wait till we talk about the financials, though. I know people gonna have something to say about that. Right. Oh my God, is this White Chicks? It is White Chicks song.
Ooh, hold on, I'm about to go out for a second. Can y'all still hear me and see me?
Not see you, but hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. All right, Iris, I put it in your inbox. Let me see if you let me know if you got it.
Henrietta says, love is earned. And once I come to realize that I promised myself to never allow myself to hurt like that again. Love is earned. Yes.
Because love is that you gotta earn. And once you earn it, got to know how to keep it. You got to want
and it. Then too, another thing I learned, this is after I passed my insecurity phase. You cannot expect from other people what you're not giving yourself. Example, you can't expect love if you don't love yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to, everything that you want in the partner, you have to show up for yourself. Respect yourself, love yourself, trust yourself.
Valid. Hence why I said I had to love myself first if I wanted that from other people. And I was abandoning myself because I wasn't setting boundaries.
Yep. Yeah, so I had to learn that too. Like, how can I expect this? I want him to like me and think I'm beautiful, and I don't even think I'm beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do that for yourself first, and it has to be genuine, and you have to really believe it and feel it in order to allow it from someone else. And that's just what you got to know. That's facts. That's experience. It just is what it is.
Yep, we ain't being nobody's secret no more.
Absolutely not. I guess I can kind of talk about the time I felt like I was a secret. So in high school, I was very insecure during my elementary, middle school, and high school days. Just the whole brown skin girl thing, you know, being darker complexion, being surrounded by a lot of lighter skin, lighter brown, biracial females, and always comparing myself, or felt like I was being compared to others, and getting the whack ass double back compliments that really wasn't a compliment, you know. So in high school, actually the guy who I lost my virginity to, he act like he was just so into me and like me. Like behind closed doors, he would flirt with me, and we actually worked together at one point in time, and he would just be so flirtatious and say all these things to me. But I felt like he would do that when it was just me and him, or only like a few other people knew about this so-called crush. But when we were out in public, like amongst our peers, it's just like it cut off. And when me and him dated, if that's what you want to call it, it was during the summer months. So this is when we weren't in school. And I kind of already knew the type of guy he was. Like he was a player and he entertained multiple girls, you know, and all that. So I cut it off before we even went back to school, because I was just like, hi, like I know what you own, and you're not about to have me out here looking crazy. Like I'm gonna just do us both a favor and just end it. Because at the end of the day, he was still my homeboy. We were good friends, but I just felt like, I think he liked me and it was genuine, but I think because the world view, like the lighter skinned girls is pretty and all that, he fell into that. So it's just like you can only appreciate me when it's just me and you. When it's because you focused on what other people think, you know, and their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was just like, like I know I'm insecure right now, but you're not about to make it worse. So,
Right.
That was my little experience, being someone's secret.
Iris, what's up?
What's
Hi,
up, y'all?
Iris.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Hello. Do y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
There's an echo. I hear an echo, but I just got out the hospital, so I have pneumonia. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm okay now, but yeah. So, anyways, hello everybody. How come I can't see no comments?
I don't know why you comment.
There's no comments up there now.
Oh, okay. So where we leave off at? I came in late. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just sharing my experience of when I felt like I was somebody's secret.
It's treason. Okay.
So have you ever been somebody?
I got a little bit.
Have I? Told you
yeah,
private.
I have been somebody's secret. I have, and at the time, I guess I really didn't care. You know, I wasn't looking for more than that with that person anyway. But now, that's a no-no. That is a no-no. You know, I know now that it is a privilege, you know, to share my space, my time.
I know that's right.
My energy. I had to learn. And if nobody else in this world understands that, I do. It took a lot of work to get there, but that's where I am now. So I can't be a secret. I could barely be a birthday secret. I'm corny, y'all. I'm corny. I'm a laugh my own jokes. But anyways, yeah, I don't do secrets. Now, what I will do is I am an adult. We're both adults. If that's something we both decide to do, but as far as you choosing my fate in our whatever we have, relationship or whatever, is not going to happen.
Period.
And it's not an option. I'm not giving you a choice. This is what it is. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I am. So
I know that's right. Oh yes, y'all about to make me pour a glass of wine.
Pour a glass of wine. Pour a glass of wine. Let me see. I don't believe you. Let me see.
It's getting serious.
Let me see the wine. No, I'm just
urging you. She don't even drink. Okay.
Don't tell everybody my secret. No,
business. My bad.
No, I know that's right. That's real. Like it has to be a mutual thing. If you okay, if you know you his sneaky link and you okay being that sneaky link and you know your role and you playing your role, by all means, do it.
And you know what? That's even called a boundary. You know, I know what I am allowing. I know that's being an adult. You know, don't be a sneaky link and now you feeling bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you are. What is your role? Do you want to be a wife? Do you want to be a girlfriend, as you call it, a sneaky link?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you do that. but it also comes with consequences.
Yep.
That's the difference between a child and an adult. You have to live with your choices. But if you don't want to be sneaky anything, establish that up front and do not alter from that for nobody, not even for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get lonely, horny, whatever. You got to respect your boundaries too. Because why would I respect you when you don't respect you? Now, this is easier. This is easier said than done. So let me say that. It sounds good.
I want to add something to that, because when you said something about a child and an adult and all that kind of stuff, because this is how I look at it. You can be adults and say this is what you want off the rip, and you really believe in your heart, like, I can do this sneaky leak thing. And then after some time going on, you realize I don't want to do
more
thing.
Right. So can I say something about that?
And all that kind of stuff. So I don't necessarily think it has something to do with like a child and an adult. I think that people are human and they develop feelings because that's what we do.
Well, for me, what I would say, let me explain my explanation. A child and adult has nothing to do with age.
Right.
I'm not talking about that. What I mean is maturity. So when you are mature enough to make these decisions, you need to handle the consequences for those. And if something changes, see, your boundaries does not have to be set in concrete. This is your life. You make the rules. So today I might want to date so-and-so as my sneaky link, and tomorrow I want to be my husband. What I need to do is go back to the table and set my offer. This is now what I'm offering. Can you handle this? See, the problem is people want to change the offer in the middle of the bid, and the person that is not aware, or they never wanted that offer in the first place. You're what the woman say? You're letting him apply for getting a job that he never applied for. You guys had an offer. You go back to the drawing board and say, look, it's changed. It's more valuable now. I found out this stone is actually a diamond. I want more. Now he gets a choice. But if you don't like that choice, you walk the F away. You don't have to stay there.
Yeah.
You go sit in that pain. You go grow through that pain. You do not suppress that pain. You sit in that shit and you smell it until you're tired of it. And your next go round, you learn. And your next go round, you learn until it becomes a second nature. Whatever bullshit we grew up in that taught us how to live like this in the first place. See, whatever we learned, whatever we were taught, can be unlearned, just like we were taught. But it's hard. But it's possible. I'm proof. I don't just talk this, and I go through it. You don't see that, but I'm at home sometimes bawling, re-questioning things that I've lived through and grown through and built through for years. And now I'm back at the drawing board. But I have the knowledge now.
Yeah.
I'm at square one, but now I know. You get it? So you go back. It's okay if your feelings change. You're human. That's okay. People don't tell us that. I didn't love him. I didn't want nothing but sex. I didn't want nothing but to hang out in sheets, whatever. But now I changed. And that is okay.
Ain't it?
What is not okay is to keep those feelings or react on those feelings when you didn't bring up a new offer. That is not okay. That is immature and childish and unfair.
I feel you.
Sorry.
No,
I'm breathing now. Yeah, you better throw something at me. I can keep going. You better wink at me or something.
but no, that makes sense. So no, I get that.
Yeah.
For real.
How many people y'all got? Got a good show. Y'all got a good show.
I know. I'm so excited. I love this.
You always had these good shows, though, Fig. She always had these good topics. I'll be excited.
I love a good conversation. This is so healing. I like hearing the different views, even if we don't agree. I like hearing the different perspectives. It may have me go back and be like, okay, let me rethink that.
Even if it's a year from now.
Yeah.
Or 2 seconds from now, you're right.
Yeah.
It's you talk or discuss to understand, to not just to argue or debate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you listen to.
I'm on my healing journey, so all of this is helpful. With all the stuff I'm going through, this is all helpful.
Like Fiat said, though, you might not know this, honey, but we all are on our on our healing journey. Some people may not say it. Some people may not even know that's what they're on. But like Fiat said earlier, I heard her say, we're all trying to heal through this thing called life.
Yep.
You know? Fiat, what you eating? I done called you out. I see them cheeks. No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
I know, Rhonda. I can't figure out where the echo is coming from now.
Is it my phone?
I think it's mine, so I'm gonna have to end this broadcast. I can't figure it out.
Because it gave me an echo not elimination option when you sent me the link. I wonder if you have one.
So yes, but I can't figure out how to get out the other one, Rhonda.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can. I don't want to leave the studio because I think that's gonna end the broadcast.
Oh, because there's a host.
Oh, let me try it. No, I'm scared. Oh.
Go with your first mind. I think you should not. I think I can hear you fine.
I got the phone right here. Let me see. Hold the line.
Okay. I'll come back if you disconnect. You make me whole. Oh, y'all, my bad. Y'all can hear me. Well, I don't hear it anymore. Oh, never mind. Let me check mine.
It won't let me leave.
I got a big red X at the bottom that say leave on the phone.
Right. But I still hear it. So,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna see the right anymore.
Oh, okay. See, so what you can do is, because I see it on my end, at the bottom where there's more, you hit more and then go to settings.
Oh.
And audio. And you can check where it says echo cancellation. It says do not turn this off unless you have a high quality microphone and are wearing headphones. This setting enables auto processing features like echo cancellation, noise suppression, and auto gain control. Podcasters and musicians often turn this off.
I still hear it. I'm gone. I left the studio on my other device.
Yeah. Is it disconnected though?
So
your other device?
Huh?
Is your other device disconnected?
It is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why.
Exactly.
Because that's how I got my cancellation, echo cancellation, like she just said. I don't know. I can hear you enough though. Can you? Your name is Shanice, right?
Yes.
Shanice. I'm Iris. It's nice to meet you, honey.
Nice to meet you.
Can you hear her over the echo?
I don't like the echoing.
Yeah, it is kind of like.
All right, y'all. We're gonna end it. This is a good broadcast. We'll be back next week. Sorry for the echo. I can't figure it out.
We got a good hour in. That's good.
I'm proud of you ladies. Y'all did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Kept my interest.
Coming on, Rhonda. Oh, Rhonda said there's an echo on YouTube, Shanice.
Huh?
Both on a mutual device. Nope. She said she heard an echo on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, real bad. Now we all echoing.
All right, y'all.
Um,
Thank y'all for coming. We're gonna come back next week. Thank you for coming on screen, Iris.
definitely. Thank you for
Y'all
sharing
stay
space
tuned.
with me.
We're gonna post when the next topic is gonna be.
Okay, let me know. Thank you guys for sharing space with me. Peace.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Henrietta.
Thank you for joining and participating and interacting. We love
This
this.
was fun. Thank y'all so much for coming
It's
on my
not an echo left. That's crazy.
No more echo?
No more echo.
Wait, hold on. Echo. Like an
It's gone.
song. Say something else.
Something else.
The fucking echo is gone.
It's gone. It's like soon as Iris left, it was gone.
Iris, you brought the echo?
That's
Outside of the
crazy.
devices and stuff, you brought the echo. We did it. We did it.
So, moral of the conversation, guys, if you are not okay with being his little secret or her secret, then don't.
That's on period.
Communicate what you want, communicate what you will tolerate, and let it be that. And if there's not a mutual agreement, then you go your separate ways. And that's on period.
And that's on boundaries. That's it.
That's it.
All right, Shanice. I'm about to text you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.